How's it going, guys? So, welcome back to episode number 8 of Preparing for God Wars Dungeon 3, which hopefully isn't going to be too far away in the future. However, if you haven't seen episode number 7, guys, I would highly recommend that you go back and do watch it, because it is kind of important to understand how we got to where we are in this video, because it was absolutely huge progress and you don't want to miss it anyway. So, moving on from that, today we have a lot more gear, and the reason that I got all the different gear rather than just getting best in slot from age or something was for new content. So we're going to start off today with other content that isn't what we normally show. I am going to be trying to learn new things, for example Elite Dungeon 3, which is probably what you're seeing on screen now. I have put a little bit of time into learning this. I did try to solo it, but that didn't go all that amazingly well, and I decided that I should probably get some extra upgrades on melee if I'm going to be meleeing it solo. Nice. But in the meantime, we are going to learn all the mechanics and get used to them to be able to deal with them a lot better. So what you are seeing now is me doing this duo with General. I'm sure you guys have seen him from previous episodes as well, and maybe even on stream, but we decided that we were going to learn how to do duo ED3, because while Waza was teaching us how to do this, we decided that it was time that we probably tried to learn it on ourselves. We both wanted to learn the mechanics better, and who better to do that with than someone else who's learning too. So this went pretty well, and to be honest, I am quite impressed with how quickly we picked it up. Now, obviously, duo isn't anywhere near as difficult as solo, but it'll teach us the mechanics and we'll get a lot better through doing that. We haven't had any drops yet, and we haven't done a ridiculous amount of this, but we're going to keep at it. And obviously, a big part of this series was me coming through and learning all these different bosses. So ED3 is something that I'm really happy to be able to do now, and I can't wait to see if we can get our first drop at some point in the future. Going off last episode, there's not really all that more telos that I want to fit into this video, but this is something that was driving me insane. I came, of course, to do more telos, as I am now hooked on this boss after getting such amazing luck, and I don't expect it to repeat again, but I just thought I'd see if I could get any unique at all for this video. Well, it went off pretty well, like I said, and eventually I started having problems with my ISP. As you can see here, I am literally stood here doing nothing at all. The game has disconnected, and of course this isn't something that goes down well in telos whatsoever. So I lost about 3 streaks doing this in a row, and it put me off doing telos for a little while until I knew that my internet connection had been stable again. So for now, there's not really much more telos to show you guys. I might squeeze another one in later on, but that's pretty much just my cue to go ahead and just continue learning other bosses. I have been putting off archaeology for way too long, so I've finally decided after the last episode that I was going to invest some money into archaeology to try and make it as quick as I could, because I really want to get my max kit back, basically. So what I have decided to do is go ahead, find a decent guide, and go and just try and get my archaeology as much as I can. I'm not going to show you guys too much of this, but I had to go through and complete quite a lot of quests just to even do one mystery. But then I was told by people that I didn't even need to do that. I could have just done the mysteries that didn't require the quests. But it's no problem. Quests out of the way. And in all honesty, I should probably have done most of these quests anyway. And speaking of quests, I really want to get Dominion Mines. Now, to get them, I have worked out which quests I actually need to finish to be able to do the challenges for the specific bosses that I haven't unlocked so far. And I have to do 12 quests. 12 just to be able to get Dominion Mines for AOD. So this is something that I'm going to be working towards, and hopefully by the next episode, I want to say, I will have these unlocked, and then hopefully we can do more things like AOD and a couple of other things that I've got in mind, which I assume if you use these mines, then you probably know where I'm thinking, but we won't spoil it too much. Anyway, that is enough content that isn't bossing. I know exactly what you guys are all here for anyway. Melee Araxor. This is a boss that I have always wanted to use melee on as my main style, because I hate doing phase 1. and with melee, it seems to make it a lot faster and a lot sort of more enjoyable. Dealing with the minions with a scythe it's just so much easier. And if this is something that I really do need to practice, there has been quite a lot of screw-ups with this, and some of the deaths have been quite costly. However, I will not give up until I manage to get this completely down and be really good at doing melee racks, because it's a lot more enjoyable than using range or magic in my opinion, and I think it's probably more efficient as well. So, we are currently on path 1. I figured we would try and get this top piece as we've been trying since pretty much the second episode of this series, and hopefully it will come today. So let's have a look and see what loots we can get from racks. Let's see how it goes. Hey, would you look at that? We've finally got another Rax drop, and it is a Fang, which, to be honest, this kill was an accident that it was a melee Rax, so that was quite lucky that it did spawn as a melee one. However, we've got something to now motivate ourselves, and I am enjoying doing melee Rax, so we'll be definitely doing more of this in the future. I mentioned earlier in this video that I really needed like a lot of quests and stuff to be able to unlock Dominion Mines. Now, this was for Elite Dungeons 1 and also AOD. I have done a bit of AOD in the past just to sort of see how it works and get a feel for it, and they've even had a split from it. So thank you to everybody that has allowed me to do that so far, but I am aware that I really do need to get mines, so I will be working on that. However, I did come back, and this was kind of like a learner group where everyone could come and you don't need any of the requirements, and it's basically just so you can get in, learn the mechanics and get a feel for how the boss goes. So I came here and we didn't get any sort of rare drops throughout the whole thing, but I am putting the time in to try and learn this boss, get used to the mechanics, and I really want to be able to learn how to do one of the roles. So maybe I'll hit up Ruby, as he is the person who hosts this team, and I'll try and get him to maybe teach me some of the other roles, who knows. But I'll come back and do that once I've got Dominion Mines, which is going to be a really long grind, but it'll all be worth it in the end, as I'll be able to do things like ED1 as well as AOD, so definitely something I'll work on towards the next video. So far in this episode, there has been absolutely no unique or rare drops in this whole thing. So making money hasn't really been a massive thing that I have done this week, but it is something that I still need to do. I've got a few upgrades that I need to get, such as getting an actual staff for the Elite Dungeons 1, and also probably 2 as well. I don't want to be melee in 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure, but I need to get a good staff, so a knock staff would be useful for that. And also I need to go ahead and probably get some Virtus to actually use at the Elite Dungeons instead of using Tectonic, until I can afford to get Elite Tectonic, which I will be getting as soon as I can with the recent changes on it, because I'm pretty sure that it's cheaper now to repair that than it is to repair the normal Tectonic. Let me know in the comments if I'm right on that, but I'm pretty sure that it is. Anyway, we decided, because we've not had anything yet, then it was time to go and do our main boss that we seem to always come back to when we've not quite had a drop yet. So we're going to be doing some next. It's about time that we brought that into this video. Hopefully we can get something from this boss before we wrap it up, and maybe we can boost our cash stack just a little bit more.
Nice. You're goddamn right.
So with all jokes aside, we did actually get some quite decent stuff from Next. We didn't get anything unique just yet, but we got like 3 or 4 Onyx Bolt drops. I just didn't include every single drop in here. It was just sort of to edit it up and make it a little bit more enjoyable to watch. So not too bad, and I'm sure more will come in the future. Anyway guys, that is going to be the end of the episode, and hopefully you did enjoy it. I know there wasn't really anything too exciting, like in your face, oh yes that was amazing, but it was progress all the same, and I hope that you did find it quite enjoyable to catch up with what I've been doing, and hopefully we can learn some of these new bosses for the next episode and make it quite a bit more exciting. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode, what you might like to see me do in the next one. I know I really need you to start doing raids as well, so if you are into doing raids and stuff, then jump into my Discord, because I could do with going to do those too. Or even if you're just interested in doing any bosses with me, helping me out learn any other ones, then jump in there too. Always welcome, and really do appreciate it. As always guys, if you enjoyed the video, then make sure you leave a like on it so it gets suggested to other people too, and also do subscribe to the channel, because I'll be making a lot more of these videos in the future, and a lot of you guys that are watching still aren't subscribed, so make sure to subscribe, and then you won't miss any more of these videos as they do get released. However, that is all from me today, and I really do appreciate you all watching, so I'll see you in the next one. See you later guys.